Hello everyone, this is Suresh from Azure ADB. Today our topic is how to convert date time to different time zones using two different methods called localize and as time zone. So what is the convert time zones? So we can do by using different ways. One is replace method, we can use it. So in replace method, we can use zone info module to convert time zones, but replace what it does is uh, it assigns only time zone value and it won't alter uh, time. So next we'll see about as time zone. So as time zone, so what it does is it converts time to another time zone correctly. So that means in date and time, it will change time also according to uh, converted time zone. So first we'll see about localize method. So the localize method is provided by the pytz library in Python to attach time zone to naive datetime object. So that means this pytz library is a third-party library. So in this particular library, this method is available, localize method, to convert from one time zone to other time zone. So what it does is it will attach time zone to naive date time. So that means, see, this method will call as naive date time. So here we are using date time, and inside that we are providing date and time values manually. So this we'll call as naive date time. So this naive date time, since we are not passing here initially time zone info, by using localized method, we are passing here. So that means if I print this one, we are getting this one, only date and time. So for adding this time zone, UTC time zone, that means plus 00. So I'm using this localized method. So first what I'm passing, time zone of UTC. So that means I'm converting to time zone dot localize on this naive value, naive datetime object. So this datetime object I am converting to time zone information value, UTC time format. So that means for this date and time, it is adding UTC value. So that is the meaning of this one. And localize does not alter the actual time like as time zone. So this as time zone will look next after completing this localize. So it attaches a time zone to naive datetime object without changing clock time. So that means if you see here, our basic time, whatever past time zone is this one. Okay. So here what we have 1200. So and after converting, after using localize to UTC format, see it added plus 00, but it not altered this time. Okay, so that is the meaning of this one. So next, this localize only assigns a time zone to naive date time without changing time value. So naive means this one we already discussed, and without changing the time value means this one. See here 1200, here 1200. So it not changing any time value. So next we'll see example localizing a naive date time to specific time zone. See here I manually passed this one date and time value. So here I'm not passing any time zone information. So later what I'm doing, I'm calling this pytz library dot time zone. I'm converting to this time zone, US Eastern time zone. So this value, what I'm doing, this one dot localize naive underscore t. That means this date and time I'm passing to this time zone. And if you see here, there is no time zone because I'm not provided anything here. So here, what I will do, I will try to add, I will try to print a TZ name also. And parallelly, I'll print for this also after converting localize dot tz name and tz info. If I try to run this, see here what I'm getting. First date time, and I'm getting none and none. So first none is this related to time zone name. So since I'm not passed any time zone, I'm getting none. Similar way, time zone info, none. Okay, so now here I'm converting to US Eastern time zone. So that's why we're getting EDT. So time zone name is EDT, and what is the TZ time zone info is this US Eastern. And if you see here, it adding you -4 hours. See this, everything is same. See it not altering any time here. It only adding time zone value. So that means -4 hours. So US Eastern is -4 hours. And same observation I noted here. See the time remains 12:00. So that means this one. See, even after adding this new time zone, our time is different. But the -4 time zone is time zone offset is added. So that means this is added. And here, whatever -4 offset indicates this Eastern Daylight Time, that is this one, EDT, during daylight saving time. And if you try to change this value, suppose if I give this one 4, so yes, Eastern, okay, it's not changing. Okay, so since I passed here this one EDT, since I passed this one, so it not changing here. Okay, so I will show in a different example how this daylight saving. So whatever Eastern date, no, so that I will show in some other example. So EDT means Eastern Daylight Time. So next we'll go for other example. So here what I'm doing, first I'm defining my time zone. So I'm calling PyTZ module dot time zone, and I'm defining my time zone is Asia, Kolkata. This is IST time zone. Next, I'm defining UTC time zone, that is PyTZ dot UTC. So now what I'm doing, first this IST time zone, no, this one dot localize. Inside that date time dot now. So that means for current time, I am changing to this one, Asia, Kolkata time zone. Okay, so similar way, after printing this, so here first what I'm doing, IST dot localize. That means this local time I'm converting to Asia, Kolkata time. And on top of that, if I try to print this also, then you can clearly see the difference. See after converting to Asia Kolkata time zone, see here, this up to here, date time. This is our current time, and it converted to Asia Kolkata, no, that is plus 5 hours 30 minutes. So later, same this value, whatever this value, I am changing to this format. So I define this format. So year, month, date, hour, minute, second, and this value. So this means if you see here, so first we are getting year, first we are getting year, uh, colon, month, and colon, date, and hour, minute, second. Up to here, hour, minute, second. So this capital Z is this one, our time zone name, and small z is this one value. So time zone value, that is plus 5 hours 30 minutes. That is this one. So next, what I'm doing, this UTC. So that means pytz dot UTC. So that one I'm doing localize on datetime dot now. So that means my local time I am converting to UTC time. On top of that, I want this format. So what we'll get is, first we'll get date and time. First we'll get date and time. And since we are converting to this format, we are getting first capital Z is this one, time zone name, and small z is this one, plus 00. So for better understanding, I will add one more syntax here. I will do only this much before converting. So here, okay, so IST. Okay, so if I try to print here, and if you try to compare this one, one more, yeah. So up to here we saw. So this also we saw, but I want to show the difference between these two before formatting and after formatting. So before formatting, what it happening, this is my datetime value up to here. And since I'm converting this UTC format, this UTC equal to pytz dot UTC. That means my local time converting to UTC format. That means plus 00. Next, what I'm doing, this value I'm formatting to this value. That means year, month, date, hour, minute, second. So I want only this much. So instead of this one, I don't want this one. I want only up to here. I want only up to here. And on top of that, this capital Z is this my time zone name, and small z is this value, time zone value, this one, plus 00. Okay, so next, handling daylight saving time. So here what I'm doing, pytz dot time zone. I am taking Europe or Paris time zone. What I'm doing, this one, Europe Paris time zone, I am applying on this datetime object. So here I'm using localize. So this is before daylight saving time. So that means March 29th, I given now. So after 29th, it will become after daylight. So that is the difference. Localize and only date is the difference. Third month 29, third month 31st. So if I print these both values before DST and after DST, so if you see here, before DST, that means before daylight saving, this is plus 1 hour. So after daylight saving, it is plus 2 hours. Okay, so next, creating a time zone aware daytime. So time zone I'm taking America or New York. So I'm using pytz library, and here what I'm taking datetime object. This is manual constructed, or you can say naive datetime. So here I'm passing year, month, day, hour, minute, second, millisecond. So you can pass it like this, year equal to month equal to like this, or you can simply pass the numbers here. So this is my local time. So that is this one, because I'm not passing any time zone here. So next what I'm doing, see this particular local time zone, I'm manually passed this datetime value. This datetime value I'm converting to this time zone, America, New York time zone. And if you see here, 25/3/14 and 10/30/0, up to here, whatever passed, date and time. And since we are adding time zone of America, New York, that is minus 4 hours. Okay, so similar way, localize of this one. So this we manually pass now 2020, 2020, month 3, date 1, and hour is 5, minute is 20, second, milliseconds. Up to here it will print. And what we are doing is we are doing localize on this date time, and we are converting to this America, New York. So that is minus 5. Okay, so why we are getting minus 5 here? Because a day difference is there. So 1 hour difference is there. So that's why we're getting minus 5 here. So what I will do, I will move this one to here. It will be easy. Okay, so next we'll see navigating daylight saving time transitions. So first I defined time zone as ES Eastern time zone. So I am applying this time zone on this particular date time. So what we'll get is this summer DST, I passed here 2024 7/1/12/00. So that is this one. And on top of that, I'm passing US Eastern. That means minus 4 hours. And parallelly, I'm doing localize on this particular date and time, that is 24/11 and 12/00. So up to here, this date time, and we are doing localize on this US Eastern. So I'm getting minus 5. Okay, so see here, based on this month, this value will change. See before daylight and after daylight. So notice the difference in UTC offset. See -4 for summer EDT and -5 for winter EST. So that means before daylight time and after daylight time. So 1 hour difference. So next what we'll do is I defined one date and time. Okay, so this is 11/3. So when DST ends in US Eastern. So this is my time zone, US Eastern time zone. Here what I'm doing, localize, and I'm pausing this date time here. And additionally, I'm using here is underscore DST equal to none. That means is DST. So whenever I pass this none, so sometimes it will raise this error, ambiguous error. So in that case, what you will do, you try to define this E underscore DST is equal to either true or false. So here what I did, I passed true. So I am getting this value. So my US Eastern is minus 4 hours. Okay, so this is about localize. So how to use localize function to convert different time zones. Okay, so this totally related to PyTZ module. So now we'll see as time zone. By using as time zone, how to convert one time zone to other time zone. So this is Python inbuilt function. So I suggest you to use this function as time zone compared to localize, because localize is related to PyTZ module, and that is third party module. So here as time zone, what it does is it converts date time from one time zone to other time zone by altering the time. If you see in localize, it won't touch time. So, but in as time zone, it will alter the time. So that means if you see here, this is our date time value. that is this one. I'm not passing any time zone here. That's why none and none, my time zone name and time zone information. So here now what I'm doing, this particular date time, I'm converting by using as time zone, and inside that I'm using this zone info. This is one module. So I called it here from zone info, import zone info. So inside as time zone, I'm using this function zone info, and I'm passing this America or New York. So next I'm trying to print this one. So first this one, what I'm getting, this one, this date and time I'm getting. So after converting, what I'm doing here is by using zone info, I'm trying to add this particular time zone, America or New York. So what is the difference we are getting? Minus 4 hours. For America or New York, the time zone is minus 4 hours. And time zone name is EDT. So because here I pass no time zone name, that is EDT. And time zone info is this one, America or New York. And main difference is after passing this America or New York time zone, see one thing, it added time zone minus 4 hours. And at the same time, this time also it got altered. And if you see, our local time is 12 hours, and here minus 4 is there. So that means 12 minus 4, 8. So this time also altering. But in case of localize, it not touching this time zone. It just attaching this time zone value. So this is the difference between localize and this as time zone. So next what I'm doing, I'm converting from Naive to UTC. So Naive means this one, I'm defining manually date and time, that is this one. And I'm converting this one by using as time zone. And inside that I'm defining zone info of UTC. So that means this date and time I'm converting to UTC time zone. And if you see here, since this is for UTC time zone plus 0 hours. Okay, so it is added, time zone is added. Since this is 0 hours, see this time is same. Okay, it is not altered. And next, convert from UTC to America or New York or Asia time. So here what I'm doing, I'm taking datetime dot UTC now. So instead of Neve datetime, I'm taking this one, datetime dot UTC now. So what is my current UTC? This one. So this is without a time zone. So here I'm not added any time zone. So that's why these two getting none. And on top of this date and time, I'm using replace method. And inside that I'm passing tz info equal to zone info UTC. So this you can write this way, tz info equal to zone info of UTC, or simply you can write only this much, zone info of UTC. So what are you doing? This date time, it replacing with UTC time zone. See, earlier I used as time zone. Okay, so here I'm using replace. So we'll see what is the difference between replace and as time zone. So replace, what are you doing? See, first this one, our date and time, and it added UTC time zone, that is this one, and our time zone name and time zone information is UTC. So, but by using replace also, it not altering any time. Okay, by using replace and localize method, it not touching this value. And next we'll see by using as time zone. So this is same zone info. I'm passing instead of UTC, I'm passing America or New York. And if you see for America and New York, this is minus 4 hours. And that time zone is EDT. Time zone info is America or New York. But since I used as time zone, that is minus 4 hours. And if you see the time difference here, see here, this is 8 hours. So this is 8 hours and 8 minus 4, that is 4 hours. Okay, so similar way, I'm using as time zone, zone info. So here I'm passing Asia or Tokyo. So Asia or Tokyo is plus 9 hours. And if you see here, our basic time is 8 hours and 8 plus 9. So 17 we are getting. Okay, so and since this Asia or Tokyo, our time zone name is GST and time zone info is Asia or Tokyo. So same thing as time zone converts time to specified time zone correctly. So that means it alter this time also according to this time zone. So next convert from Europe or Paris to America or New York time zone. So here what I'm doing datetime dot now and inside that what I'm doing zone info and I'm pausing Europe or Paris. That means my local time I'm converting to this particular time zone. Okay, so here I used TZ and if you see somewhere else TZ info D underscore UTC. So I made one video. So when to use TZ and when to use TZ info. So if you watch that video, you'll get idea. So when to use TZ and when to use TZ info. So I'm converting my local time to Europe or Paris. And for Europe and Paris, 1 hour plus 1 hour difference. And see here, this is same, our local time. And CET is the time zone name. And time zone info is Europe or Paris. And a similar way, this one, this Paris time, I am converting to America or New York time. So for that, what I'm doing, Paris, that means this time, that means this one, this time, I am converting to America or New York time zone by using as time zone info. So for America or New York, what is the difference? This one, minus 4 hours. And this minus 4 hours, you can see here. Okay, so 9 minus 4. And this is the time zone. EDT is the time zone name, and this is the time zone info. Okay, so if you see here, see minus 4 hours, and our this is Europe time. No, we applied on Paris, and on this time 4, 12 minus 4, it should get 8. So here plus 1 is no, so plus 1 is added. So better to print our regular time now equal to datetime dot now and print now. Okay, so this is our basic time 11 hours. Okay, this is 11 hours. So if you see for Europe or Paris, since this is plus 1 hour, so 11 plus 1, that is 12. And while converting from Paris to this one, so this 11 minus 4. So 11 minus 4, 7. Okay, so here we are converting from Paris to New York time zone. So next what I'm doing, we are converting from UTC to Asia or Kolkata time. So here also I'll try to print our first local time. See, for converting this UTC to Kolkata time zone, so here I'm using PyTZ module. So earlier I used this one zone info module. Okay, so zone info is a inbuilt Python library. This is a PyTZ is third-party library. So first I printed our local time, that is datetime.now. That our local time I'm converting to UTC, pytz.utc, and you can see the syntax difference by using zone info. Whenever using zone info of UTC, and whenever you are using pytz library, pytz.utc. So our local time converted to UTC format. And if you see here 25, date is same. So date is same since it is UTC plus 00. And here what we are doing, this particular time zone, what UTC time zone, we are converting to IST time zone by using as time zone method. So this as time zone method, what I'm doing, I'm calling pytz dot time zone. I'm converting to ACR Kolkata time zone. So if you see here, since ACR Kolkata, so this that is plus 5 hours 30 minutes. And if you see here, we have 11:52. So we are adding 11 plus 5, this 5. 16 plus this 30 we are adding to this 52. So 30 plus 52, 82. So that means 17, 22. Okay. So this 5 hours 30 minutes, it is adding to this one and it giving you the result. So finally, it is altering the date and time according to this time zone. Now, when to use TZ info and TZ? Mainly whenever you're using this replace command and as time zone. So first scenario is attach time zone to naive date time. So naive date time is manually entering the value. Manually entering means like this. So whenever you are doing like this, whenever you are doing like this, whenever you are using replace replace method, so that time you use tz info. Okay, so for manual method, don't use this tz method. And convert between time zones. So while converting between time zones, you always use tz. Okay, so next, whenever getting current UTC time, that means datetime.now and inside timezone.utc. So here no need to mention either tz or tz info. Okay, so you can directly write this one. So normalizing. So normalizing means dt dot replace. That means dt means this one datetime.now. We are replacing to UTC time zone. So by using tz info will use whenever we are doing replace method, and time zone means tz equal to time zone dot utc. So whenever we are using this as time zone. So what is the conclusion is localize. So localize just adds a time zone without modifying the time. And as time zone, what it does is it changes the time to reflect the new time zone. Okay, so that's all about this video, how to convert from one time zone to other time zone by using two different methods, localize and as time zone. So that's all about this video. If you really like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.